So, well, we were on the subject on what was creating happiness, but is it futile to chase happiness, since it seems to be so temporary and fleeting?
Yeah, that's what scientists would tell you, people who are doing research. In fact, if you go back in religion, both science and religion tell you that the happiness we are trying to pursue in the material world it's a futile pursuit. They will tell you. Even the science is telling that at this point. The research that is done by psychologists,
you can never achieve material happiness.
Yeah, it's because of the very fact of the evolutionary adaptation to the state of where we are becomes the reference state. So if we have wealth, for example, if we're very rich, being rich becomes normal for us. Then if we get a little bit poorer than that, being filthy rich, we get unhappy. So the bottom line is that they call the pursuit of happiness as chasing wild geese or chasing the rainbow. You go there and it's not there.
Once you have achieved your goal, or you think you have, you're not satisfied.
You're not satisfied, and you feel there's more to go. You immediately feel, because there's no end to it. It's like coming to the scientific explanation is space and time. If you look at space and time, if any piece of matter, let's say a matter, it sees infinite space as a distance between it, and we can compare the happiness of being from one place to another. For example, that's how our mind is. Our mind is, let's say we are in a certain state of mind today. Let's say we have a car and we want to get an airplane. So it's like there's a distance between where we are today in our mental state. We're talking about mental space here. In our mental space, we have a location where we are right now, which is having a car. And we want to go another point in that mental space where we have an airplane.
You want to extrapolate in the future.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make the similarity between the scientific space and time and the mental space and time. And now with that desire, when we go from this place to the next, we still see there's a lot more to go. There's another destination farther away. And even if we move very fast in space, we are either at this place or that place. We never feel that we have filled the whole space.
Unless we travel the speed of light, then we're everywhere at once.
Okay, now that's the thing. You cannot travel at speed of light if you maintain your identity as a mass, because no mass can be accelerated to the speed of light. It is physically impossible. There's not enough energy in the universe to accelerate even a smallest particle in the universe to the speed of light, because it takes infinite energy which is not there. So this fundamental question comes up: how do you get to that stage? How do you feel? If we ask science, how, let's say, a particle wants to be every place, and it wants to go there fast, in the fastest way. That's what we want in our mind. We want to have everything. See, we are born with this instinct to be infinite. It is basically, if you really go deep inside, we are born with that instinct. Nature has made us to be infinite. But we convert that message through our limited mind, given through our culture, through our education, through our social upbringing, or religion,
or culture.
Science, culture, religion. We are told that these are the realities. So we, through that window, when we look at, we convert that very innate and inner message to be infinite to gather more wealth. For example, if we gather more wealth, we can acquire more things. So we can acquire things, the more we can expand our existence. A bigger house, we buy the whole town, we have empire. You know, empire building. Basically, empire building is wealth and power building and fame building. So we want to set up this empire. We have an innate desire, and that's what is actually fuels the evolution too. You know, they call it struggle for survival, and the struggle for survival only applies to at the for the inmates, for the at the animal stage.
But once you have, say you're obtained, I'll say billionaire status,
Yeah.
why do they keep accumulating? Is it like, I'll say like a tally, that, well, I have more money than this person, so I must be happier than they are? Or?
Exactly, because there was a story somebody told me, like this guy built a big house. He built the biggest house in the city. So anybody, any friend of came to that town, he will show them around his house. Look at this house. It's because that was his pride. Now, what happened a few years later, the person next door built a bigger house. Now that same house became a symbol of misery for him. No, anybody will come to that town, his friends, he won't show them the house anymore.
Because it wasn't the biggest one around.
Because anybody, he would tell them that, hey, this is not worth it, life is not worth living, because look, that guy has a bigger house. And I don't feel like showing this anymore because it depresses me to show you this house. So the same very things which we think are fulfilling our dreams or giving us happiness, the same very thing start becoming a source of unhappiness. And it goes with all the things. It goes with material things, it goes with even companies. You know, we could have friends, for example, and the table turns around and the same person one loves or respects or gets all their intimacy needs filled. The same person may be source of the opposite of that happiness.
Then you can't